Hi everyone, Sandra here from the Chauvin's Nest. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share my videos. If you are a current subscriber, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Today I am really excited to be participating in a Using Trash to Create Treasure video challenge hosted by Casey at Coffee with My Sunshine and Katie at Handymom. These ladies have amazing channels. Casey at Coffee with My Sunshine does a lot of wonderful videos, home decor, upcycling, trash to treasure, that kind of thing. And Katie at Handymom, she does amazing woodwork. If you have not seen her channel and what she does, you've got to go take a look at both these ladies' channels. So what I decided to use today was take a plain box, a smaller box, and what I'm gonna do with that is turn it into a little snowman creation with some red buffalo plaid paper. I realized a while ago that I love to have snowmen in my Christmas decor, but I haven't created anything new lately. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the lid off the box because I won't need that. And then I'm going to just simply wrap it up like I would a present.
Using a craft knife, I'm simply going to remove the top of the box because I don't need it. Cutting these corners out will give me a nice even piece of paper that I can easily fold into the box and just use some tape to hold it in place. I'll repeat these steps so I have the whole bottom and sides of the box covered. The inside of the box is also going to get a piece of paper. I'm using my pencil to trace an outline of the box so I know an approximate size of the inside of the box. What I'm going to do next is cut out the squares the same way I did for the outside of the box, just so I get a really nice fit. Once I have all the corners cut, I'm then going to trim off the edges of the paper to make sure I don't have too much excess. As I was fussing with this inside paper, I just came to the realization that I could have just left the pieces of paper longer on the outside of the box and then folded them over so they reached the very bottom of the box. Then all I would have had to do was lay one flat piece of paper onto the bottom. If you have any better techniques or tips that you can share with me about covering a box this way, please let me know in the comments below. Now I'm just putting a layer of Mod Podge on, and I'm going to then glue the inside paper onto the bottom and then go over it again with another coat of Mod Podge, also including the exterior sides.
I picked up some of these snowmen at the Dollar Tree a while back and totally forgot that I had them in my stash. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of these and paint it with Rust-Oleum white chalk paint and then put some decorations on it to spruce him up.
These snowmen have a bit of an engraving in them. The pattern is there and you can see it. When I painted it with my chalk paint, that pattern still showed through, and because I'm not using the same pattern, I decided to flip him over when he was dry and paint the back of him white, and that's what I'll be using for the front. Here comes the fun part, making him look cute. I'm going to take some black acrylic paint and a foam brush and just go around the outside edges of the snowman just to give him a little bit of dimension. Next, I'm going to give him some eyes, a nose, and a mouth. I'm using an oil-based black pen, but you could just use a Sharpie marker. I'm going to do a face more like Frosty the Snowman. To give him some rosy red cheeks, I'm using a little bit of lip gloss and just dabbing it onto his cheeks.
Next, I'm going to use these tumbling tower blocks that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take 2 of them and use them to kind of raise up the snowman. And then I'm also going to use 3 of them to make him a cute little hat.
If you're not familiar with these blocks, this is what they look like when they come right out of the package. I decided to take some black acrylic paint and just give the 3 blocks that I'm using for his hat a quick coat, just a little bit of sanding to make it a little distressed. Using some hot glue, I'm going to glue the 2 bottom pieces onto the top of his head. Since I glued the original 2 pieces on the top of the snowman's head, there was a little bit of a gap, so I needed to cut a little piece of basswood that I had hanging around just from bits and pieces, and I glued that on to make it even with the snowman's head, and then I'm able to glue the other piece on top. I was looking in my sewing kit to see if I could find some buttons, but I decided to use these stainless steel grommet bottoms as his buttons.
I had some sticks left over in my stash from a few spring and summer crafts, so I'm going to use a couple of those and just break them down and use those for arms. And then I'm going to use some jute nautical rope from the Dollar Tree and create a nice little rustic scarf.
I'm now going to take some of the nautical rope, that's also a Dollar Tree find, and I'm going to make him a rustic little scarf. So I'm going to start at the back in the middle, and then I'm going to wrap it around and then cross it over and wrap it around again. Taking another piece of nautical rope, I'm using about 4 inches, so an 8-inch piece folded in half. I'm going to just tie a knot in the middle of the rope. Then I'm going to unravel about 1 inch or 2 of the nautical rope to make it look like fringe. Then I'll hot glue this to the bottom of the scarf, and it will look like the 2 pieces of scarf hanging down. Let's get his little arms put on.
Finally, I'm going to take some more of the jute rope from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put a bit of a frame around the outside of the box at the front and at the back. I'm also going to take some nautical rope and create a hanger for this guy so it can be hung on a wall.
I decided to take measurements and trim a piece of nautical rope for each side of the box. I didn't want it to be rounded on 3 edges and then square on 1 edge, so this way everything looks the same. Using an additional 4 of the Jenga blocks, these ones are painted silver, they were from a previous project that I didn't need. I'm going to stack 2 of them and then glue them together and then glue my snowman on top of them so he's raised up from the bottom and he looks a little bit more 3-dimensional. I also then wanted to add a little bit of Christmas embellishment, so I'm taking some of these little pine pieces that I cut off of a garland that I had previously flocked with spray paint, and I'm gluing them to the bottom, and I'm also going to add some berries. Now I'm going to add a hanger to him, so I'm taking the remainder of the piece of rope that I had. I don't know how long it was, but it just happened to fit perfectly around the box. I'm starting at the bottom in the middle with one of the ends, and then I'm going to go around to the top, and then I'll go on the other side starting again at the bottom and going around to the top, and this will create a loop to hang it on. Then I'm going to add some greenery and berries to the top. I am so pleased with how he turned out. He is just adorable. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Check out some of my other popular videos too.